Good evening, everybody.
Go Birds,
Yo,
playoff season.
I just realized we didn't go this week, and the last home game of that Raiders game was what, the 20th, like the 11th. We're gonna be almost like 20 something days since we've been there. Been like almost
I
a
know,
full
I'm
month.
rabid. I'm rabid. I'm like as excited for a game as ever. It's great. We're so spoiled, but I'm so happy. Cooped up like crazy throughout the holidays with the kids was great. Locked in with the fam, opened up millions of presents, watched hours of movies and TV. I'm ready to get out there in the ice cold and have some fun watching the Birds thwack the Red Cowboys. They're gonna run them out of the building
Absolutely.
again.
It's wild. Because they didn't have any back-to-back home games, so we were gone like every other week pretty much, and they didn't have really much back-to-back away either.
Yeah, and thanks to a few coaching decisions this week, it doesn't look like that streak is going to continue unless we get some help from the Packers. Oh yeah, go Pack, go this weekend alongside of our Eagles. I'll be locked in on the Packers on Saturday.
For sure. Yeah, it seems like we didn't get to cover the Eagles Commanders game, so we'll touch on it a little bit, but it seems like everybody's like moved on to it and they're on to Niners. People were mad about it for like that night, maybe the next day, then Monday, but seems like they've already.
Yeah, time heals all wounds. I mean, you are absolutely devastated if the following happened. Jalen Hurts tweaks an ankle, AJ Brown tweaks something, and then you don't get the outcome of the Lions winning, right? So everybody, of course, and you can't do that. Like you got to kind of look at it as it is. But the two extremes aren't even close. And I said this morning, 18 out of 20 of the last Super Bowl contending teams had a rest week in week 18. So it was a lock for me to rest. So, I mean, it was a no-brainer for me.
That's what he said. He said the only thing he could really guarantee, they knew it could be a possibility, but the only thing that they could really guarantee would be getting them that rest. But regardless of who started the game, I thought they simply could have just won it, but it looked like they're a little bit more talent deficient. Like if they could do it over, they would probably make the same call again and rest people, even if they knew the outcome of the Lions game. So it was definitely the right call, but we'll move on to the 49ers. But really in the game, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, the throwing twice was horrible. And then they're up 14-10 and no Tank Bigsby involvement at all.
Yeah. And once again, after his last run is a big run. So Bigsby rips off, I forget what it was. It was like a 9 or 13-yard run. And then that's it. Right? Like they're leaving you on a cliffhanger with this guy every week.
And he's like, ripping his chest out, like like every time he gets. So he's 10th in the league, yards after contact, and Saquon's 87th.
It's coaching malpractice if you do not give Bigsby I would say at minimum 5 carries. I want 8 to 10. He should get 8 to 10 carries. And that will give Saquon more. Like they're looking at it incorrectly. It's almost like, well, if we give Bigsby 8 carries, it's going to take away from Saquon. No, Saquon's efficiency is going to go up because he's going to be more fresh when he's carrying the ball, and Bigsby is your switch up. And have they ever put them both out there at the same time? Like, I don't think I've ever seen them both out there at the same time. You wouldn't know what to do. You have Devontae on one side, you had AJ Brown on the other side, you had Tank Bigsby here, you have Saquon there. They stack them and they spread. Like, they got to come out with some new looks this weekend, and they have to involve Bigsby. And if they don't, it's coaching malpractice at this point. I am demanding it.
Yeah, the problem is they don't do anything well. So it would be great if the game plan was like
I don't know if you meant that to be funny, but it was.
Yeah. I mean, we've stuck up for the coach all year, but they don't do anything well by not running it 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. There's a couple extra passes there, and then they talent deficient. The defense gives up a couple scores, so then you're passing heavy at the end. So then you end up having Tanner McKee with 40 pass attempts in the game, which just can't happen.
No.
And they double down on it. Like when he throws an interception, they throw more. In the Chargers game, the more interceptions Jalen Hurts threw, the more they threw the ball. So it's not like last year they were running the ball really well. They don't do anything well. And I would love for them to say, oh, we're going to give Saquon 22 carries and give Bigsby 10 and run the ball 30, 40 times, 57% of the time.
They have
They
to.
just they have to, but at the same time, if the defense takes the run away, they have to pass. So like
Now
they
here's
have
the one
to,
here. There is an argument though against what we're saying. This our run the ball mentality. I always like to run the ball, especially early in games, to sort of assert yourself, tire the team out, and I think it obviously opens up the pass. The 49ers defense, one of the worst defenses in the league, ranked somewhere in the 20s. However, they are somewhere in the early teens in run defense. I think they might be like 11th or even maybe 12th, 13th, somewhere in there. I forget off the top of my head. But their pass defense is actually worse. But I don't think they've faced running back like Philly has, or a line like Philly has if Lane Johnson plays and our line is back healthy. So I don't think they should use that as an excuse. I really think they should just stick their nose right in it and pound the rock.
yeah, I think they have to take what the defense gives them. They're without a lot of guys across the D line. I think Nick Bosa's out. They're without Fred Warner, the linebacker, so they should be able to run the ball. But again, if their strategy is stop to run, they're gonna have to pass. They're gonna have to take whatever the defense gives them. But it's so funny after all that and the malpractice on the play calling and offense and things like that. If I told you this about the Eagles, they had, and you may have seen this, they had 2 receivers over 1,000 yards. Saquon was in the top 10. Well, he was 10th, but he was in the top 10 rushing yards. Jalen Hurts tied for 9th in passing touchdowns, not total touchdowns, not running touchdowns. Guy can't pass the ball. That's the narrative. 9th, tied for 9th in passing touchdowns. And Dallas Goedert's 2nd overall in touchdowns receiving in the entire NFL, not just among tight ends, like receiving touchdowns. Dallas Goedert's number 2 behind, I think, Devontae Adams, who missed some games. So they had 2,000-yard receivers, top 10 running back, top 10 in passing touchdowns, and the offense stinks.
Yeah. It's why I hold out hope. And it's why it's not all doom and gloom from this page and from us, and we remain eternally positive, and we keep saying like it could click, because there's flashes of brilliance, and good teams, playoff teams, Super Bowl caliber teams figure out how to put it together in the postseason. The idea is to get into the dance. The idea is even further is to get into the dance healthy. And thank goodness we're going to be doing that. I think Lane practiced today. It's still questionable if he's going to be in. I think Lane Johnson's presence in the game is going to be a huge factor in what we do and how we do what we do in that game. So I am fingers crossed for that. But it doesn't necessarily surprise me, Phil, that they are at least in the top 10 in all those different categories. And I sat there and stared at the playoff tree for a long time today, and the same truths keep popping out to me. You're gonna have divisional matchups in other places, and those teams are gonna kill each other. If Dallas were to sneak into the playoffs and be playing the Eagles this weekend, the Eagles and the Cowboys would kill each other. And then the next week, one of those teams could easily let down. You've seen it before. The Packers and the Bears are going to go toe-to-toe. It's going to be ice cold in Chicago. They're going to kill each other. And you might come out one of those teams. And then you're going to have the Rams are going to be going toe-to-toe, division foe at some point. And you never know what's going to happen. So I'm thrilled. I'm happy where we're at. I'm happy they sat the guys. I can't wait for the game.
Yeah, the Eagles currently have the 4th best odds to win the Super Bowl. It's the Seahawks, Rams, surprisingly, and they're the 5 seed, but I guess they're factoring in now that they play the Panthers in the first round. So Seahawks, Rams, Broncos, who have the bye, and the Seahawks have the bye. Obviously, the Seahawks are first, and then the Eagles are fourth. So it's Seahawks, Rams, Broncos, Eagles, and the Bears are all the way at the bottom, and the Packers are favored this week. The Bears are home dogs. The Packers are favored this week.
That's crazy. The Bears are a team that should really run the ball. Number 1 rushing offense in the league. They should control that clock, but they're going to try to feature Caleb Williams, I bet, and be chucking that thing all over the place. That could get ugly quick. And by the way, you're saying the Eagles are 4th. That puts them 3rd. Take out the Broncos. That puts them 3rd in the NFC in odds. I think the Eagles ended up right kind of where they should be. I think it would have been like a bit fraudulent almost to be the 2 seed. I think we kind of earned the 3. Like we need to kind of like lick our wounds, and this is what we did. There was a few games throughout the year we clearly should have won. I think more so than the last game of the year that everybody was crying about. I said it like 20 times. I really think we should have beat the Broncos. We came back at the end. We got a horrible call. I definitely think we should have taken care of business against the Bears. Those are the two main ones that stick out to me. And the Eagles just didn't do that. So I think they're right where they're probably supposed to be.
Yeah. And I think they credit the Rams that high because the Rams beat the Panthers. They'll either play maybe us if we win, or that scenario where the Packers are favored. If the Packers knock out the Bears, then all this talk with the resting, not resting completely goes away. And, the Rams maybe go on to Seattle, knock them off. We play the Packers, or the Packers would go to the lowest seed. They would go to the Seahawks. And then we play the Rams here in Philly. So, yeah, it's
no
doubt. People said the Eagles won't do crap. The Eagles will get help from the refs. I think they will.
That'd be first.
I think they will. They got a lot of bad calls in Buffalo, and this past week I thought the taunting one was Bush League, and
they're calling that though. It's been like a consistent call. I got a bit of a weird gripe about the game. I thought Ross Tucker was like almost anti-Eagles. Like I was kind of hoping for a bit of a homer call, or maybe for him to kind of be like, I know the Philly fans aren't going to like that one. Like we didn't get any of that. Like anytime there was like a controversial call, like some of the PIs, although most of those PIs were atrocious. But even that ball spin that you're talking about, he was like, that's a penalty. Straight up. Like he didn't give us.
He said they're going to call it every time. He may have been overcompensating there to not try and be such a homer. But yeah, he's got to try and call it down the middle. There's only 2 home favorites this week. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. Can't pick the Eagles. Take the Eagles out of it. Who wins the Super Bowl?
If the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, then whoever beats us wins the Super Bowl. So I would guess that would either be the Rams or the Seahawks. I think the AFC is emerging. You have Bo Nix emerging as a possible good quarterback. You have Drake May is emerging as a possible quarterback. It might be nice to have a little Aaron Rodgers story. I'm going to pick the Steelers to actually upset and get out of the first round, but then I think Aaron Rodgers fizzles out somewhere in the middle there. I don't think it's an Aaron Rodgers type year, but I think it's the NFC's year this year. And if I had to go with the team, I would probably pick the Rams. I think Matt Stafford's. I pick quarterbacks. That's my thing in the playoffs. I pick quarterbacks, and I would say Matt Stafford, along with Jalen Hurts, is probably the best quarterback in the NFC right now. And I would say that those 2 quarterbacks are the best overall in the full playoffs. Not all time, obviously Aaron Rodgers all time, but in this current year in 2026. So, and I'm also really discounting the Bills, but I just have not seen enough out of the Bills in general in big games. So I think it's either going to be in the AFC. Sorry, I'm giving you a long answer because I'm talking my way through it. I think in the AFC, it'll be either Pittsburgh or the Bills coming out. And then I think in the NFC, it'll be the Eagles, Rams, or Seahawks. And if you make me take the Eagles out, I'm gonna pick the Rams.
So he takes Rams, removing the Eagles. I like that, like, kinda assuming the Eagles win this one, then they maybe draw the Rams. The Rams definitely beat the Panthers, as and you've kind of been calling the Seahawks fraudulent for a while, so the Rams at NFC. If it's not the Eagles, Rams are a good pick. Um, I don't really love anybody in the NFC. I don't see the
No,
Rams.
everybody
I
backed
don't
in.
see
The
the Rams
entire
hol I just
NFC backed in the playoffs.
yeah.
Like, they're all lost towards the end. Nobody, like, we kept saying Chicago's, like, streaking their way in. Like, they might have streaked a little too early. That was a terrible loss to Detroit. If Tanner McKee figures it out and we run the ball a little bit more, make a couple better play calls, Chicago is really down bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say if it's not the Eagles, uh, I don't know. The Broncos and the Patriots are pretty solid, but
They are.
and the Jags could easily beat the Bills this week. Jags are very good,
Seriously.
but if the Bills win that game, like I'll if I have to pick one, you pick the Rams, I'll pick the Bills.
Pick the Bills.
And I'm not doing it because that's who I would want over the Eagles because our fan bases are kind of similar. I just if I
Mhm.
had to pick one, I don't really see the Rams. I don't really see the Seahawks getting there, even though they're very good. And then the two other, a lot of the other teams are too young. I think the Bears are too young. I think the Patriots are too young.
Yeah.
I think that's why the Packers are favored this week. They've been in the playoffs a bunch, and they've a lot of guys in their team, even though they're like one of the youngest rosters in the
Yeah.
NFL. They had a couple big playoff games. I think they beat Dallas a couple years ago. They put up a lot of points. They had a lot of the same receivers like Wicks and Reed and all those guys went off. So
Yeah.
they have a switch that they could flip. They haven't played well at all really this year, but they've been banged up and they got that bye week, man.
I think like one or two of the NFC teams that rested win this weekend, right? So that's either
Yeah.
the Eagles or the Packers or both. And because you cannot underestimate how important the rest thing is.
Heck yeah. So,
You got any comments to go through? I'm sure there's probably a few.
yeah, so a
I
couple
haven't
people
been
said the
checking Twitter.
Niners are really random. Yeah, I say it was the most random because we were sitting for a couple weeks with the Rams slotted in there pretty hard set. It looked like they couldn't move after they fell out of favor in their own division. They were kind of like the highest percentage team for a while, the Rams. And then we were hoping for that 2 seed, and the Packers were locked in at 7. So I'd say out of the 3 that, yeah, the Niners were almost the like, whether analytics or not, were almost one of the least, likely to get. But a lot of people wanted it. Had a bit of a rivalry. They've had a really good run, the 49ers. They've been to 2 Super Bowls and lost both of them. They're in the NFC Championship and lost to us. They've had a really, really, really good run, really, really good organization, but they're really banged up, man. Like they're just decimated on defense. Salah's a great coordinator, but the matchup is really gonna be Kyle Shanahan versus Vic Fangio. Can we hold them under 20, 16 points, and we'll
Mm,
do our picks later? And can the
yeah.
offense turn it around? But, you know, does the seeding actually affect the Eagles' ceiling? Some people call them pompous this week. Like, we don't care who we play. And after the game, they're like, oh, we got the 49ers. That's who it is. Like, they didn't know. They freaking knew who they were playing. Did that rub you the wrong way, or did that pump you up when they're like, we'll take
Or
anybody, anything?
or was it calculated on behalf of our coaching staff? Did we say, well, let's just if we're in the 3, we know who we're going to be playing and we know we match up well against that team. So let's go with that. Like that's possible. Going to the 2, remember, we going with the theory that you played your starters to get the 2, right? We're going to go with the theory that we earned the 2. So theoretically, we earned the 2. You're playing a rested Packer team for
Mhm.
like the 20th time, right? I mean, you played him in Brazil. You played him in the playoffs. You played him on Monday Night Football. You played him in the playoffs. Like, how many more times are you going to play the Packers and just continually beat them, right? So pompous, No, I think they played the numbers, which is clearly what this team does. They look at the analytics and they say 18 out of 20 teams that rest starters make it to the Super Bowl. So we're going to rest our starters. And uh, I mean, having confidence, like, oh, we know we can beat any team, or we don't care who we play. I don't necessarily think that's pompous, especially from a Super Bowl champion. How could a Super Bowl champion be pompous?
Yeah, I think they think they're better than they are. I like if we play our brand of football, like we don't care who we play and stuff like that. So it pumps some people up. I'm like, what? Part of me though is like, what are you watching? You guys go and watch tape? All they're doing at this point is walkthroughs. They're not hitting anybody on in practice. All they're doing is watching film. So what are you looking at? But defense is amazing. Couple things before we get to our picks and meme of the week that I want to call out. And if you guys have anything in the comments, you let us know. Congratulations to Don Mattingly. I did not grow up watching Don Mattingly. He was in the 80s, but allegedly 5 or 6 years spurt, he kind of retired early. Allegedly, he was the GOAT, probably one of the best players in the MLB at his time. And never struck out for a Phillies team that strikes out a blap ton. Was that before your time, or you posted a lot of Don Mattingly breaking news and posted like a highlight?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's big news to have somebody that's a Hall of Famer on your coaching roster and being a bench coach. So I'm just happy for experience, championship level experience to be in Philly, because I think that's what they're lacking. They're like right there, and having somebody like Don Mattingly helps sort of put you over that edge, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, it can't hurt. They're running it back, so you're basically running it back with a few tweaks here and there. Having an additional bench coach, especially one like Don Mattingly, I don't think it could hurt a bit. So I'm all about it.
A lot of news aggregator type pages are saying that, like, a lot, even ones with like really don't have a lot of following yet, just getting off the ground kind of eagle-y pages. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, there's a gazillion breaking news kind of static carousel image kind of pages. A lot of them are especially the ones that didn't have anything to lose that posted it early. A lot of them are calling that they were the first to break the Cooper DeJean and the Cooper DeJean dating rumor, but it was just confirmed today that they actually are dating official.
Yeah.
I feel like you were the first to post that. You were
I was pretty quick. Yeah.
You were like 4 or 5 a.m.
Yeah.
That was like a toilet bowl on the toilet post.
Yeah, I did actually just share that to our story right before you went on, that it is TMZ confirmed, which TMZ, if it's TMZ confirmed, it's legit, that they have been seen bouncing around town. So good for Coop. He's playing nice and loose, so that's good. That's good.
And lastly,
and when she had the Kelly Green outfit on a Monday Night Raw, I mean, that was it.
That was it
for sure.
That's when you knew. Yeah, good for them. And Kevin Stefanski just landed in Newark, and he's interviewing with the Giants. He got fired by the Browns. And I wanted him for OC. I saw him at yesterday's this past summer or the summer before. He beat Alex out on like a bidding war for a house in Ocean City. So he's local to this area. And yeah, I was hoping he didn't get a head coaching job, and if the offense sputtered here, we could get Kevin Stefanski, but it looks like he's interviewing with the Giants, and he'd be a great fit with Jackson Dart. It stinks. I don't know what you think about that, but
I like John Harbaugh for the Giant job. I was actually I have a diehard Steelers coworker, and we were talking about the Ravens kick, and I was saying how I really liked how when the kicker was walking off the field, he was like had his arm around him when he was walking off. We were just talking about like that was like a pretty cool stand-up thing. So I And then he's like, and this was like earlier today, and I'm like, yeah, I'm surprised the I'm happy the Ravens didn't fire him because I don't really think it was his fault. I mean, Lamar Jackson was injured most of the season, so something weird there. I liked Jim Harbaugh. I think the Giants, just like kind of like I was saying with the Phillies with Don Mattingly, I think the Giants need somebody with like a good pedigree for
Right.
Jackson Dart. So go
Yeah,
ahead, Giants, and give Phil his boy.
I thought it was crazy that it was the news broke as he was fired, because I thought it was going to be a mutual parting of ways, because I thought that they're going to give Lamar maybe a gigantic extension and maybe want him to pick another, like, an offensive guru guy to like ride with him for the next few decades. And I thought maybe John just wanted to like almost retire within the next year or two kind of thing. So I thought it was going to be
He's
mutual with
pretty
the
good, Harbaugh.
but
I mean,
they've
as
been
far
a
as
great organization too. It's crazy that it was a firing. Ain't no shock to me, but yeah. Kevin Stefanski's demise, from what I heard today, was he really didn't want Shador Sanders, and started that Gabriel guy. Obviously, they drafted him ahead of Sanders. Started him for a couple weeks, uh, and it was still early in the season, and the ownership wants to try him Shador out full
Kevin
time
Stefanski's
next year.
43 and Harbaugh is 62. So
Wow.
it's a totally different guy, right? It's like a totally different guy. Are you going for, your standard vet, bit around, or the younger, hungrier, more probably fiery type? And I think the Giants need chill. They've got Scattaboo, who's a nut. Jackson Dart looks like he's a nut too. It doesn't look like he's and when I say that like in a most positive way. Those two players are incredible. They're going to torture us for the next 10 years, but they need somebody that's regal at the head of that team. And to bring in like a young buck coach, it's too much. The
It's a
Eagles,
lot.
Sirianni is perfect because Sirianni is a nut. And they have a very regal quarterback that's calm and relaxed, and he speaks in poetic phrases. So you got to have balance. And if the Giants bring in a young guy, I don't go for it. By the way, New York, don't listen to me, please.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see what will happen with all the open positions. And then our very own Hugh Douglas is trying to land an interview with the Atlanta Falcons. And it's kind of a joke, but he was a radio host down there, and then he's just trying to
Yeah,
get an interview. So there's a big push to just get him the interview, just for shits.
nice.
So that's open. But that was crazy because they were playing really good down the stretch, the Falcons, and they were in a three-way tie for the division. And
That
I
division was a
thought
nightmare this year.
the division was a nightmare, but they were in a lot of close games early that they lost, and then they won a lot of games, and they're 8-9. And um, that firing happened. There's not really a lot of desirable jobs out there. I'll say that, Bears. You want to coach the Browns, or you want to
Oh
coach?
man, I'll give you one that I would take in about 9 seconds. Vegas. They're gonna get that
Mendoza?
unreal kid from Indiana, dude. That kid Mendoza is gonna be a beast. He is really good. Have you listened to him talk too? He is like he's
Someone said he
dialed.
sounds like Chat GPT.
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, I might be like a closet Raider guy next year. I liked Vegas. I like the stadium. I got actually some cool breaking news for you. Did you see what happened with the Oakland Athletics today, that are the Las Vegas Athletics? They're
No,
having
that stadium
they're
drop.
having trademark issues with their name. The Las Vegas Athletics got blocked in civil court for being not having enough nuance, or I'm not a copyright attorney, so don't I might mess up my explanation here, but basically, they can't trademark Las Vegas Athletics right now. They're going to appeal it and probably try to figure it out, but they may have to like kind of be the Las Vegas baseball team or something, or do something in the interim to earn the copyright. Something about how in Oakland it took them almost 20 years to earn the copyright to be able to do that. So
Nice.
kind of an interesting one. I don't know
Makes
if
sense.
that was like 5 p.m. breaking news.
That's weird. Yeah, that'll be cool
Yeah,
out
really
there if
weird.
there's some games. And
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
there's if people are looking for tickets to the Eagles game this weekend, there's
How are they looking?
verified Eagles tickets dumped out on the market. And if you buy your tickets, they're like $250 is get-in price. Not bad.
That's
And then you can
standard.
add on that tick pick landing thing. So we'll be there. It's an hour before the game. You get to go in the tick pick landing at 3 o'clock, I
Nice.
guess, and the game's at 4:30. So you can add
Oh,
that
that's
thing
great. I
on.
didn't know they hit us up for that. That's awesome. I love that. That's a great,
Tick
great
pick.
thing.
Oh yeah, man. Philly Sports Trips tailgate. Tick pick landing. Hungry
Oh, we're gonna
Dog
be living the
tailgate.
dream.
It's big. It's a big weekend. It's a big weekend. Red Cowboys. I got another treat for everybody at the
Oh, they're
tailgate
down a
too.
bit. 230 get-in price. Seats. Pair up in
Wow.
the bleed. Corner bleeds. 230. That's cheap, guys. It's 125 face value. $100, not even 100 over face to go to a playoff game. And that's today. It's only Wednesday. Give that 2 days. They might be $200. Wow.
And
That's weird.
I'm saving this. You've probably seen a lot of people open this up and post it on Instagram this week. But tonight's podcast, even though I'm not going to actually eat it, we're taking it up to the game. Tonight's podcast is fueled
Oh,
by
nice.
bring yours up to the tailgate. Tonight's podcast fueled by Man Candy Jerky, West Coast Swoop Nation. Aaron, West Coast Swoop Nation sent us the Dallas Sucks beef jerky. And
By the way,
another flavor
hold on.
too.
Let me get a squeeze of that, because sometimes when you buy beef jerky, it'd be like $15 and they give you like 4 pieces of beef jerky. That thing looks packed.
It's packed and a flosser is included.
That's amazing, because I do always get that stuff stuck in my teeth.
Oh my god.
What's the retail on that? That's a lot of beef jerky.
It's a good price. I don't know. Mancandy.com, West Coast Swoop Nation collab. They hooked us up.
Sweet.
They hooked up Dave O. They hooked up Philly Frank, posted some. I think E got some. I'm told everybody, bring your bags to the lots. And we got a couple bags here. So
make sure you post it so we can start actual beef with people that don't like Dallas Sucks at non-Dallas games.
Dallas Sucks at non-Dallas game. We're gonna eat Dallas tears before we play the Red Cowboys. Well, it's Cowboys beef jerky, and we're playing the Red Cowboys.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I'll take a Sharpie and color it
in. Color it red. Yeah. So, before we do meme of the week, I'm gonna pick Eagles. 24-20.
I got 24-17. I think the defense keeps them under 19 again. They've been doing it, so why not?
Yeah, I think we give up a touchdown.
Maybe a field goal or two.
Field goal. So it's like 13. And they might get like a garbage tutty at the end. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe like the onside and at the end. It's like 24-10.
And it's like it's hovering between, I seen 2.5, 3.5, 4. So I'm saying we cover 4.
Yeah, we'll cover. Yeah, I like cover. I've seen it go to 3. I've seen it go to 3.5. It opened at 3, and then it went to 3.5.
Jake makes one, but we're gonna get touchdowns. The Eagles have still, when they're in the red zone, they have one of the best red zone offenses. Get them touchdowns. Score every quarter. Something. Score something.
Oh, man, I got roasted on my parlay last week too. Everything but Eagles win. Hit all the props. All the random guys.
That's closer than most. It was a tough week in the that week 18 with everything going on. It's a tough betting week.
It really was.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's only 2 home favorites this week. It's the Eagles and
Wildcard weekend historically has a lot of upsets.
There must be banking on because there's only 2 home favorites.
Yeah,
can't believe it.
We're rug pulling, dude. You know when Vegas starts to feel a certain way, it's just like every home team won this weekend. Like that, you see that all the time. As
Yeah,
soon as it starts to
Jags are
feel one
home
way.
dogs because they're playing the Bills. The Bears are dogs. I don't know how, but yeah, the Bears are dogs, home dogs. It's Packers. Yeah, Packers are favorite. Eagles favorite.
Is it Steelers Patriots?
No, Steelers play the Texans on Monday
Oh yeah,
night.
Steelers Texans. Oh, I'm thinking the Steelers.
They're home too. Yeah, the Texans are the 5, but the Texans are like the better team.
Yeah, but I think that could be. Are they're home dogs, right?
Steelers are home
Pittsburgh?
dogs.
I would bet. Yeah, I'll give me the Steelers all day.
Yeah, Jags are home dogs. Steelers are home dogs. And then who's the 2? The Pats. Oh, the Pats are favorites. Pats are home favorites, and the Eagles are home favorites.
The
They're the
Pats
only
will the
one.
Pats will win round 1.
Yeah, and they got the Eagles. They're the only ones. Yeah, it's gonna be lit, man. All right, we got it, baby.
Oh, wait a minute! I got a breaking DM.
Really?
you
Meme
still
of
there?
the week I was gonna do.
Breaking DM.
Breaking DM responding to my Coop. I'm not going to say who wrote me this, but oh, buddy, I confirmed it in Barstool Sunday night.
Who said that?
I can't reveal this source. I don't think I can reveal the source on live.
Oh yeah. I saw
Someone I know someone that we know that goes to Barstool all the time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw that Coop was there, and I was shocked too. I was like, man, you got a week of rest, and you're gonna go be drinking and be depleted of vitamins. But I don't think Coop was drinking.
Nah, he's probably like me. He's probably drinking like energy drinks and Gatorades and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people were out there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was
No, you're good. I saw
popped right in.
I think John Carlos is his name, maybe. I'm probably butchering his name. He owns like the Chesapeake Inn and all those bars, and he came to the Eagles autism thing in Seattle. He's wearing the wild coat. He's wearing the Eagle wild coat down in like first row. But he
That
owns.
thing's sick.
He's always out. They were at Barstool. Who was a Coop, and people were trying to skip the line and shit, saying they know Will Helms because he's now. I think he's a VIP host there now. So.
Real quick, I have to ask you a question. Does meme of the week have to be a Filthy and Philly meme? Can I choose an outside Filthy and Philly meme? It is Eagles not sort of, yes, related.
Is it the Wicket one I sent your wife?
It is not.
That one's amazing. I don't even know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see it. Fired up. Let's do an introductory.
I don't even know if I can find it, but I'll send it to you.
Oh no, never mind. All right.
He's
Okay,
like,
so
no birds, and he goes, God.
That's great. Runner up, we had a podcast meme go viral, which is very rare for us. 80,000 views. Fraudulent 1 seeds or play for 2 for the rest. Do whatever it takes. Massive difference. I don't want you to play because it's old news. We've been talking about it, but that's going to be a runner up. It's very rare for one of our podcast clips to go viral, and it did. 12 hours of watch time, 80,000 views, 600 likes, 174 comments. It spurned a lot of comments, which is the new Instagram win. You know, you did good on Instagram if you got lots of comments, because for some reason there's not a lot of engagement.
Started hitting non-Eagles people, and they're like, "You calling other teams fraudulent? The Eagles are fraudulent."
Yeah,
we got people mad.
Yeah, I like that.
You calling my Seahawks fraudulent?
Yes, I am.
Fraudulent.
Yes, I am. Sam Darnold is not doing diddly squat. And I know what you're picking for meme of the week, so I ain't stealing that one. I go over to my man, the OG, the gotta be, if you did a Mount Rushmore of Philly influencers, E-Rock went to Disney World and posted the greatest, funniest little thing that I got such a kick out of. He's wearing Eagles gear, so it counts. It's E-Rock Jack Sparrow.
Oh, and he does the like drunk giddy dance over there.
Yes, E-Rock Jack Sparrow is a 10 out of 10. I called all my family into the living room to come watch it. I put it on the screen. We all watched it. We all loved it. I give meme of the week to my friend E-Rock. It's so good, and I can't wait to run into him and ask him about the execution. Like I know how he clipped it. Like I'm imagining in my mind, he clipped it the running 3 times. Then he probably had to wait in line to see Jack Sparrow, and then he's probably like, I just have to do something for Instagram. I got to find out how he did it because Jack Sparrow was 10 out of 10. Sometimes like when we do dumb stuff, you need the person that's going to be sort of like in it to kill it for you. So I give meme of the week to E-Rock.
Oh, I'm gonna do meme of the week.
Disney.
I don't know what you thought I would pick meme of the week. I may have totally missed a meme. I have no idea, but I posted
do your two and then I'll
morning. I think it was posted Monday morning. The Niners official, and then all the Niners fanboy pages posted like Brock Purdy dressed up as Brocky. And that's ripping too for me doing a green screen, John. But
I figured that would be your runner-up. All right, so I guess your runner-up, unless that's your meme of the week. What do you think I would guess?
Yeah.
Had to be the one that took you the most time and effort and editing.
Oh yeah, this didn't even like come fruition. I'm down bad on this one. Actually, it could flip reverse the who we play, but yes. Dan Gamble
it's gotta be Stranger Things. Overall meme of the week.
Oh. I gotta pull that John up.
Safe zone. And this is Tanner McKee. Tall, brave, mildly confused why he's starting, but he'll need some help. Dan Gamble. Nobody likes dipshit Dan Gamble. It's pretty obvious. It doesn't matter if we're the 2 seed. We're going to send Jalen Hurts into a wormhole. He's going to beat the Packers or the Rams for the 5th straight time. Then into the upside down, the West Coast. It's basically all Eagles fans anyway. We're going to go to the Red Cowboy Stadium and win the Super Bowl. Yeah, but if that doesn't work, the Eagles season's over. It's going to work. I got a better idea. Why don't you just send normal guy?
The funniest part about that to me was like, you're like, send me a video of doing it. I'm like, dude, I'm like full normal guy right now. I'm about to take my wife out to the AC. We like had a babysitter all set up and we went and walked around Tropicana. I had a great night, by the way, great dinner at PF Chang's. And you're like, no, that's good. I'm like, okay. So I turned the fire pit on. I'm like, Trip, come outside. You have to video me again. He's like, oh.
Yeah. I believe. Someone said, I believe in the comments on the road to victory. Are you going to the game? Absolutely. Alex, thank you for the follow on the YouTube.
YouTube is tough, man. Holy moly.
Yeah. Maybe do some more.
Speaking of YouTube, I'll do it real quick. My plug this week is my new series on YouTube called I'm Buying Random Stuff Off Shein So You Don't Have To. I got this bad boy. Thing's probably one of the nicest t-shirt I'm going to add into the closet. As nice as any, probably nicer than stuff you'd get up on the boardwalk. And it was $8. Free shipping. So if you don't have a Shein account, check the links in our everything. Our link tree, our Instagram, our YouTube has my videos. I did 2 unboxings so far. And I'll probably end up with so much of this gear that I'll probably just start giving it away because I don't have enough time to wear it. So we'll end up with some gear. And by the way, Phil, if you see anything on that shop that you like, let me know and I'll order it up and send it to your house and you can sheen it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff. I have a few things here too, as far as prizes. So if you want to go on filthyandphilly.com on our contact page and just fill out that form, that'll help us grow the email list, and then we can pull some winners. Hopefully we have a deep playoff run, so we can pull some people that way.
Yeah, man, I'm just getting started. Come on, birds. Y'all got to win this weekend. I feel like I'm just getting started, just getting back out there.
We got a lot of stuff to cover still. All right, this is the last question before we head out today. We both picked the Eagles, obviously. If you missed any of the show, listen wherever you get your podcasts and watch the full video on YouTube. What's a player that you think will go off in the playoffs? I'll give you under the radar player. I think I know who Vix is or who he'd like to see go off. I'm gonna say Jahan Dotson. He had that big play, the Super Bowl, almost a touchdown that got called back. He had another big play, and he got all that play time in Week 18. Smitty ended up being the leading receiver for the team this year, rightfully so. I think he deserves it. But Jahan Dotson, I'm looking for him to make a couple plays if they try and take away top couple receiver options. Tank Bigsby.
Tank, give me Tank. 8 to 10 carries. Come on, Nick. Come on,
Starts
Petula.
in San Fran and ends
Please.
in San Fran. Eagles
Please.
Demon. We'll see you at promptly 10 a.m. for some Dallas Sucks beef jerky for breakfast.
Tank,
And I think
Tank,
Hurts needs
Tank,
to actually run the ball for once too.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Thanks for subscribing.